Hello designers, you're welcome to my YouTube channel again. It's Abadrin Kechinyere here, and in this video you're going to be learning how to properly cage your cup like a pro. So let's get into it. So firstly, you're going to make your base very neat by trimming off your excesses, and by the time you're done trimming off your excesses, the next step to take is to measure half an inch all around your cup. This is an allowance that you will use to attach the cup on your bodies, that is your corset bodies or whatever you're doing, whatever bodies you're working on. So that half an inch all around your cup is what you're going to observe. Okay, so if you've done this, we're going to now go ahead to mark out our end. There are so many boning techniques you can use for a big cup. This one I'm working with is a big cup, but the one I'm using now, this one has worked for me over time. So I'm going to be teaching you this technique. Now all you need to do is at your center line, you can notch it if you don't have your center line, just a little bit, so it can be a guide for you, right? On this center line, I'm just going to make a straight line connecting it to this line here, right? And now this is my side front, this is my center front. On my side front, I'm going to be going out by 1 inch. And on the down part of my center front, I'm going to be going out by 1 inch as well. So please watch closely how I'm doing this. So now I'm going to be connecting this like so. So you can see. So now this is going to be a total of 5 bones. 1, 2, and 3. Then 2 crossing it, right? This will perfectly work for a deep cup and a plus size too. But if it's a positive person, you can do a 6 boning technique whereby you do 1, 2, 3, and you do 1, 2, and 3, right? This will give the cup structure to be able to gather the bust very well. I was trying to use another boning technique, but I'm going to be teaching you a different boning technique. I will use the one that I know that works perfectly and beautiful for this crop crafting technique we are doing, right? So ignore the lines, please. Just follow up what I'm going to be doing now. After the center line on your side front part, mark out your 1 inches, and after you've done that, on the center front here, that's the down part, mark out your 1 inches. All you need to do is to connect these 2 lines from your 1 inches on the side front to your 1 inches on the center front. Connect the 2 lines together. You're going to be doing 5 in total. So after you've done this line here, all you need to do now is to come here on your center front. This is your center front, this is your side front. From here, connect it to this part like so. And see how I slanted my hand? It has to be curvy. Make sure to curve it in like so. So please ignore this line here. Like I said, just follow me and you'll see what I'm doing. So this is the center line, and somewhere from here, just make another cage here so you can see where it is, right? And I'm going to mark a good line here so I don't even get confused at the end of the day as well. And now the third one, we are going to still use this line but later. Now the third line we are going to make here, divide your side front into 2. Here's mine. I've divided mine into 2. All you need to do is to connect it. Make sure you're covering your hand. Make sure you're slanting your hand. It's not straight, right? So this is what will hold your bust very well. So you can see this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. And later we are going to also be crossing it with 2 extra boning to make it 5 in total. I hope that is clear. Please, if you don't understand this, I urge you to go back and rewatch it so you don't make mistakes. So this video is literally for my paid corset class, but because I love my YouTube community so much, that is why I'm giving out this class for free. So pay attention, okay? Let's proceed to caging it. So on that half an inch, I'm going to be caging this thing on the line. So there's no need for you to rush your caging. Just gradually take your time. And while doing this, make sure to backstitch. Follow the lines of the curve, okay? Because that's what makes your caging technique different from others. We'll just go and align a straight. No, it's not a straight line. Remember, while we were marking it, you see our hand was curving a little bit inside, right? So that is the line you're going to be following. So some people will be confused on how do you place your boning, because if you literally iron this bone straight, it will still come out straight, right? For me, I just flipped it. So this is the top part and this is the part I flipped, right? Even if you still use the other part, it will still come out nice. So for here, I'm going to curve in here. Before I cut out, I'm going to curve it like so. Make sure to backstitch. I'm going to be doing the top part now. So now look at the techniques that makes you different from other people, right? We sew on one side of this part. Now all you need to do is to tuck this part in. And see this is lifting up. So tuck yours in. That's what makes yours different. So when you cage it, it looks neater than the average ones we see online. After you've tucked it in, make sure to also follow your line. And see, that's the reason why I didn't let the other one get to my line. I wouldn't want the lines I made to confuse you. So just properly follow the steps I'm already taking. So when you get to this point, I'll just fold it in. So you have to just cut where you know that you can tuck in from there. So make sure when you're cutting, cut what will enter the other part, right? We're not going to be concealing this other part till we are done boning on the inside, because all these are what makes your work neat. Put on the back as well. The next one we're going to be doing is this one. We're going to be putting this here, which is the one that goes from this side front to the center front here. From here, tuck it in and remember to sew on the line. So you see how it's going to be. All these things are what will add structure to your piece and it will make your cup stand properly, right? I hope you are seeing this. So just follow your lines, just in case you're not seeing this. Follow your lines. You can see how I'm slanting this cup, and that's exactly how I marked it. Another thing is, while doing this, always stretch out your cup, please. Always stretch it out and make sure it's not folding. There's no need for you to rush unless you're an expert, okay? But if not, there's no need for you to rush it. So one thing about this thing is, while cutting also, make sure to not cut much, because if you cut much, you won't be able to tuck it in. Once you're caging without tucking in, it will look very rough in the eyes. Can flip for this one and sew the other end, because this one at this edge we won't be tucking in anything. So just flip it and sew the other edge, right? While doing this, always check that your under part is not folded, okay? Straighten it out. I know you're not seeing this, but what I'm doing is just concealing the other end of the boning, nothing else. So after you've done this part, make sure to trim at the back, because you don't want your work to look messy. So the next one I'm going to be doing is the one coming from here to this part, right? So you can see the reason why we left that part up is still doing wonders for us. This is where this one will stop. Tuck it in properly. I'll just flip over and continue to secure the same bone. Just the other side of the bone is what I'm going to be securing down. So like I say, trim as you sew, so you don't make the back look tacky, right? So we're going to be sewing the last one on this row before we now cross it, which is this one. So the same process, we're going to put it in here and then sew. Always stretch out, okay? Like we have been doing, just open it up and then tuck it in, okay? This makes your work look so neat. When you get to this part, just flip it and sew the other end. As you go, your line should guide you, and make sure to curve your bone. Your bones are not supposed to be straight, okay? Because it's meant to give that cup structure, so it's not supposed to be straight at all. And make sure to use your matching crepe thread. It makes your work exceptional. Now I'm going to be crossing one here. Take note of where I'm marking. From here to somewhere here, right? And it's going to get to somewhere here. So take note, this is what I'm marking. Now when you're placing your boning, it's now left for you to curve your hand, and already the line is not even straight. So the next boning channel will be coming from here. You can just maybe shift your hand a little, you get, and then connect it towards here. It will cross here, and also cross hair, right? So this will also give hair stamina. I can see that hair needs that structure. So just watch as we do it. There's a part where you'll be working with, and you can choose to slant your bone in this way depending on where you are making it enter, right? So for me, you can see I'm going to place it from here, and I'm going to take my hand this way. So this is what I mean by when you're sewing it, you can now be applying the curve and it will meet somewhere here. Make sure to back stitch, okay? So stretch out the bottom part also, and when you get to that part, you can now curve in your bone. Like I say, don't curve it the way that you'll be shorting on in, so it won't look tacky, okay? Because your bones are meant to enter inside the other one. That is why we didn't secure that end. It's for our bone. Can you see what I'm doing here? It's for our bone to what? Enter properly. And now we'll do the last one before we can now cover up the stitch. Sorry if you're not seeing a lot, but we just marked out the line, so it's the line I'm following. Okay, so this is what your bone should look like by the time you're done. After you've done all this, all you need to do is to secure this part. You know, we left this part open so we can be able to put our bone in inside, right? So now we're going to secure it round, okay? Voila, and we're done. So like I said, make sure to trim out all those things at the back because that makes your work neat. If you don't trim it, it will look tacky. You wouldn't want your work to look tacky. And now we're going to be fleshing our cup. Before you flesh your cup, please make sure to iron it properly, okay? Okay, so we've come to the end of this video, and I'm going to be attaching a video link on how I fleshed this cup using hairstay, and I will urge you to go and watch that video so your cup can come out neat like mine did. It was so nice on my corset. So I hope you try this, and make sure to share this video to who you think will find it helpful. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.